Listín Diario Editorial for June 22nd of 2023. The Cabinet of Sentinels. In March of 2002, when inaugurating the mid-year meeting of the Inter-American Press Association, then President Hipólito Mejía made this unique apology for the press. The Dominican press has become the most effective cabinet of sentinels that any president can have. The worst thing that can happen to a country, Mejía said at the time, is a government in cahoots with the press, because that leads to a progressive fatigue of pillars of democracy, free expression, and dissemination of information. When that happens, he warned, turbidity replaces transparency, corruption replaces honesty, and the forums of totalitarianism replace the forums of democracy. In a few words, Mejía summarized the essential role that corresponds to the press, which is to inform the truth and act as zealous watchdogs of the public powers. From that year until now, this adequate appreciation of the press has been absent in the mentality and behavior of many Latin American leaders. For this reason, today in Latin America, we are witnessing one of the darkest periods for freedom of the press. A Dante climate under which there have been murders, attacks on newspaper headquarters, closure of media outlets, and excessive exercise of censorship and of intolerance. The paradox is that to the extent that the regimes and their leaders endorse attacks and campaigns to discredit the press, government opacity gradually becomes a noxious pathogen that degrades democracy. The rulers who act like this believe that the press intends to govern or dispute power. Martin Barron, former editor of the Washington Post, has recently said that journalists should not be the opposition party, but rather the independent arbiters of facts and truth. Despite this, story continues to be filled with examples of human beings who are afraid of the truth and even hate it. For Listín Diario, voiceover and translations by Indira Rodriguez.